Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to knit this Indian cross stitch. It's a very easy stitch. I'm making a baby sweater and I would like for you to practice this stitch just in case you want to make the sweater. You can do sweater with this stitch, you can do blanket, you can use thinner yarn and make a blouse, you can do swimming suit cover up. You just have to use a thinner yarn and a bigger needle. So here is the video on how to do this knitted Indian cross stitch. This stitch is multiple as 6 plus 2. The 6 are to do the crossing and the 2 are for each side of the work for the borders. So I'm gonna do a slip knot, leaving a tail long enough for my casting on this side. I'm gonna pass my needle through and I'm gonna cast on 14, since I'm doing just a small piece to show you how to do this work. If it is your first time on my channel and you want to learn how to knit, I have already a video that I teach how to knit for beginners. So I'm gonna cast on my 14 stitch and I will meet you here when I have them all on my needle. Here I finished casting on my 14 stitch. I'm gonna do a small knot, not to tighten here, just to secure the first stitch. Now I'm gonna purl 6 rows. Always you have to guide yourself with the tail. That will be the first row where you have the tail. The second row will be coming the other way. The third row from the tail this way. The fourth row this side, the fifth row that way, and the sixth row this way. When you have the sixth row, you have to end where you have your tail. So I'm gonna purl this 14 stitch for 6 row, both way. No knitting in this design or this stitch. You're gonna do your row of purl and I'll meet you here with the row of purl when I come back to show you how to do it. We're coming back again with the row of purl. See, it's purl one way and purl the other way. So you're gonna do, this is row number 2, you're gonna do 4 more rows for a total of 6. So I'll meet you here when I have my 6th row of purl. Here I finished my 6th row of purl. Now we're gonna purl the first one, that's the border stitch. And you see this is where the tails is. Now you're gonna do 1 purl. You're gonna wrap your yarn around your needle. 1 purl. Wrap your yarn around the needle. 1 purl. Wrap your yarn. 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 You have to make sure that you always wrap your yarn, because if you don't, you will have to undo all your work and start again that row. Just like this. You're gonna go all the way to the end. And you're gonna end with a purl or the border stitch. Just like that. Now we're gonna turn our work around and start with the crossing at the stitch. You're gonna purl your border stitch. You're gonna let go at that the yarn that you have there, the wrap around. You're gonna let go, grab the purl, let go to this one, grab your purl, let's go to that one, grab your purl, let's go to that one. You have to have 6 in total. I have 3. Grab your purl, let go. You guys can see well. Grab your purl, let go. I have 5, and grab your purl and let go, and I have 6. I put like that to count. Now we're gonna grab these 3 stitches here, and we're gonna pass it on top of those other 3, just like that. We're gonna cross it, and this one that we have in our right hand, we're gonna put it back to the left hand needle. Now we're gonna do those 6 stitches. We're gonna do them purl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna pull it, and that is how you do your Indian cross stitch. You're gonna grab again this purl, let go to that one, grab the purl, let go to that one, grab your purl, let go to that one, grab your purl, let go to that one, grab your purl, let go to that one, and grab your purl, let go to that one, and you have your border stitch on your left hand needle. You had your 6 here. You're gonna grab these 3. You're gonna cross on top. You're gonna have these 3 and pass it on top. Don't let me grab it. Keep going. Okay, I'm gonna cross them on top of these 3. And grab this 3 and pass it through the other side. You're gonna do now your 6 purl. I have 2 ways to do them. I do them with wrapping the yarn on your needle once, or wrapping your yarn in the needle twice. I'm gonna show you in the next one, wrapping the yarn in the needle twice. It will be an easier way to do it, because the stitch will be longer, and you'll work faster, because it'll give you more bigger stitch, and it'll be easier. You'll see. Just like that, you did your first row of the crossing. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do again 6 rows of purl. You can do 6 rows, you can do 4 rows. It's up to you the amount of row you want to do in between each crossing. So I'll give in them 6. So I will meet you here when I have my 6th row of purl, and I will show you one more time how to do the crossing, but this time with wrapping our yarn on our needle twice. Here I finished my 6th row of purl. Now I'm going to show you how to do the next crossing with the stitch a little bit longer. You're going to purl your first stitch, your border stitch. Now you're going to wrap your yarn around the needle twice, 1 and 2. You're going to purl the next. You're going to wrap your yarn around your needle twice, 1 and 2, and purl the next. Wrap your yarn around your needle twice, and purl the next. Wrap your yarn and purl the next. Wrap your yarn and purl your next. Wrap your yarn and purl. Remember, you have to make sure that you do them, all of them, exactly the same, otherwise your stitch will be not good, because you don't have the same amount of wrapping around or the same amount of stitches. You have to make sure you do it right. Once you get going, you know what to do. Wrap your yarn twice, 1 and 2. Do a purl. Wrap your yarn twice and do your last purl. Just like that. Now we're going to turn our work around and we're going to do the crossing of the stitch again. Now you're going to purl your first border stitch. Now you're going to let go to those two that you wrap around your needle. You're going to grab your purl, let go, drop those 2 stitches, grab your purl, drop these 2 stitches or those 2 wraps, grab your purl, drop those 2 wraps, grab your purl. I have now 4. I'll drop those 2, grab your next one, drop those 2. I have 5. Remember, we don't count that border stitch. I have 5, and grab the last one and drop these 2, and I have 6. You pull them to make sure they're all the same length, and you're gonna grab just 3 first one, and you're gonna cross them on top of the other 3, just like this. You see, and they're easier when you wrap the yarn twice in your needle. They're easier to do the stitch. Now you're gonna do your 6th purl. They seem a little loose here, but once you finish, you give it a tug and they're nice and big. Now again, you're gonna grab your purl and drop these 2, sorry. Grab your purl, drop these 2, 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 and grab your purl and drop these 2, and leave here your border stitch. Now you're gonna grab these 3, pass them over to the other 3, and just like that you did the crossing. Pass it back, and now you're gonna purl those 6 plus the border stitch. This will make 2 really nice scarves just by casting on 20 stitches, 18 for the crossing and 2 border stitch. Will make a really nice scarf. Now I will tie this one here by pulling and fixing it in this side here. Okay. Now I'm gonna do my 6th row of purl, and I will meet you here to show you how to cast off or bind off your work. You want to continue with your purl. Here I wanted to show you the difference between doing one crossing, one wrap around and 2. Look at the difference on the stitch. One is smaller, one is bigger. It depends for what you want to do. What you want to do with your work, you will do the size of the crossing. Now I did 6 rows exactly. Whenever project you're doing, you have to do the same amount that you did in between. You have to do it on the top to finish. That way it's an even work. Now I'm gonna cast off or bind off, and to do that you're gonna purl the first one and purl your second one. You're gonna grab the first one and you're gonna pass it over through the second one, and you just bind off or cast off this one. You're gonna do the same in the next one. You're gonna purl that one, grab this one, pass it over, purl the next one. Make sure that you have your stitches are nice and loose. You don't want to do them too tight, otherwise it will be smaller here, narrower than here that you cast out. This is nice and stretchy and loose, and you want to have the same tension on the top. Just like this. You're going to continue all the way to the end, and I will show you the end result. Here is the end result. You're going to end with your piece like that. Well, I hope you give it a try. If you want to do the little baby sweater that I'm going to make in the next video, practice this stitch and it will be easier for you to do the baby sweater. Well, I hope you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and have a great day. Bye.